Seattle, Washington, if not all of Washington, has one of the best hoop scenes in all of America. And if you don't know, you're liable to come out here and get your butt whipped. What's up? I'm Coach DJ. I am the coach and director of Washington High Basketball here in Everett, Washington. I'm also the director of the Everett AAU feeder program here in Everett, Washington as well for the Everett High School. I've been wanting to start this channel for a long time, ever since my son picked up a basketball. Never got around to it. I wanted to, share the experience and document our journey. And now even more so, I want to highlight some of the players that I like in this class. We obviously focus on the middle school age right now. We'll definitely touch on some high school stuff and some elementary school stuff. What we focus on is the class of 2031 because that's my son's class and that's the class that I coach. I'm not here to do a bunch of preaching about what's good basketball or what's good, if AAU good or bad for basketball, or is AAU versus high school or daddy ball or whatever. All those opinions, cool. There's plenty of people online to argue about all that stuff. I really just want to document our journey and talk about the things that I like going on in the scene of Seattle hoops because it is absolutely amazing. But in order for you guys to understand the journey and understand what's going on and what you're looking at, I guess we kind of have to go over what youth basketball looks like here in Washington. So there's clearly levels to this. I have nothing against any of these tiers or any of these levels of basketball or any of the teams that I might mention. If you hear me say like B team or second tier type team or something like that, those are usually programs that are the best programs that are just so popular that they have enough interest in their programs to fill multiple teams at multiple different levels. All of these levels and all of these programs and organizations do well by all of the kids involved. Just kind of wanted to paint the picture of how I see it in my head. I've been coaching in this area probably for about the last 4 years, so I'm still new to it, but you guys can learn along with me. If I forget something or if I misspeak on something, then let me know in the comments. I will gladly correct it, but this is how I see it. So at the very, very beginning, if you're just starting out playing basketball, your kid is just starting out playing basketball, there's a few places where you can go to do that. Those are your places like your YMCAs, your Boys and Girls Club, or your I-9 Sports. My son started in I-9 Sports when I think he was in maybe 3rd or 4th grade or something like that. I think he was in 3rd grade. At this level, everyone plays. It's a great place for beginner development. You get to learn the basic rules, the basic movements, basic goal of the sport, putting the ball in the basket. You're just learning those things, and everyone plays. It's a vibe. It's an absolute vibe. It's a great place to learn basketball and get familiar with the sport. Figure out how much you like it, and if maybe you want to take it to the next level. So in my opinion, that is like the starting place for basketball. No matter what age you are, if you're just getting introduced to the sport, then YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, I-9 Sports. Everyone plays. The game rules are heavily modified for development. So there's no pressing, there's not gonna be a lot of high pressure defense. Generally, everyone's gonna get an opportunity to shoot the ball, dribble the ball, and make decisions and things like that. It really is about basic development and for the most part, fun. So at the level 2, you have your high school feeder program. So your elementary school and middle school age kids that will feed into their neighborhood high school. Those high schools will often have feeder programs to develop and kind of foster the relationship and build familiarity with the kids that will eventually play for their program. So generally, if programs are big enough, everyone can play for either a feeder A team or a B team, just like you can on the club side. Some clubs are large enough to have A teams and B teams. Feeder teams, they will play in leagues that mirror their high school's conference. So here we have Wesco, and you have your teams like your Everett, Shoreline, Jackson, Cascade, Snohomish, Lake Stevens, stuff like that. You'll see them match up in independent tournaments with club teams and club B teams. At this level, the game is slightly modified for development, so there's generally rules against pressing beyond a certain point differential. For even younger kids, there's rules against using zone under a certain age, so really, really good for development, but still keeping it competitive so that kids can continue to get better at the sport. They generally practice 2 times a week, 3 times a week for the good teams. This is where development meets accountability. So if you're not putting in the work, then you're liable to not get as much playing time more. Everyone may not have equal playing time. The best players are going to play first. Teams are going to try to win. Most coaches are trying to get everyone in a game without sacrificing the game. Players that take it serious the most will be the ones that'll probably be in the games the most. But within this level, just like at any level, you will have sprinkled in a few of the players from the level above, what I would consider level 3, which would be maybe your top 5 feeder programs in each conference, or top 5 or 6 programs in each conference, and your top independent club teams. So your Reapers, your grit and grinds, your chosen elites, and things like that. Or your for schools, you'll have like a Rainier Beach feeder program, or like a Lake Stevens or Mount Lake Terrace or Woodinville. Those all have really good, really high performing programs. These guys love basketball. They'll play 3 to 5 times a week. You might even find a couple of gym rats. These are groups that generally stay together for multiple years or have been together for multiple years. So they have really good chemistry, very hard to beat. Only serious players make these teams. So these are teams that not only are you not guaranteed playing time, these are teams where even good players may not make the team. These are some of the best players in their area, in these areas. So just a higher level of dedication. And then from there, it goes up to your top club teams and your shoe circuit teams. So your Under Armour, your Nike, Adidas, all those teams that play on those circuits. Out here, you're probably familiar with Seattle Rotary, Slow Grind, Seattle Select, all those popular teams, but there's a ton of them out here, and there's a ton of teams at each of these levels. These programs have kids who are obsessed with the game of basketball, who never stop playing. They are constantly looking for competition at the highest level. They'll play on their respective circuits, where they'll travel around the country and compete against other top teams in the country, play in all of the top tournaments, top local and national tournaments when they can. They'll play the best teams within the state for practice before they go out on the road and play in their respective shoe circuit tournaments. These are guys that are obsessed and that absolutely love the game. Your future, D1 prospects and hopefuls. This is that level. So only the best of the best, and they play the best of the best. This is invite-only type teams, invite-only type programs. And so that's what you got at that level. Competing for scholarships and NIL money and the works. So those are the levels as I see them, in my opinion. If I missed anything, definitely let me know in the comments. But now you have a lay of the land, or at least how I view the land, so that you can follow the journey if you are so inclined to follow the journey. If that is the case, I really appreciate you. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, or I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy watching the kids as much as I do, and watching them grow and watching them learn. It's kind of my favorite thing about coaching. It's why I continue to coach after my first year. I just love watching the kids get better and watching them learn and pick up on things. It's really reignited the passion that I had for basketball growing up. I played all my life, and now I'm back and glad that I'm in a position where I get to watch kids go through that process and try to help them along as best I can. Again, Coach DJ from Washington Heights Basketball. Appreciate y'all. Catch y'all on the next video.